apologize about yesterday's the ending to the last video. Lots of things to talk about. Well, at least 3 things to talk about. Firstly, when I was recording that scene, when I looked at the phone camera, it's a Samsung Galaxy SA, it's the rear camera. I looked at the front, not the front camera, but the screen. It went black. Now, whenever it goes black, it's usually because it's overheating and it's about to stop, or the battery was running low. And since it wasn't overly hot not yesterday, I think this was the 12th, which was Wednesday. Today is Sunday, so it's been 4 days between videos. I think I'm playing catch up. Maybe some rendering hiccups. Anyway, I should digress because I forget when I lose the thread. So the phone, it wasn't hot, it wasn't overheating. I don't know, it's getting on a bit, this phone. It's about 5 years old now, and I've dropped it so many times on concrete, a lot of times on this very own dashboard, so it's got a nice little crack on it. The audio is not too clever. I've been the microphone, so I can't use it for speakerphone. Anyway, so it's on its last day as it is, so maybe it's playing up, I don't know. So I thought, no, it must be the battery running low. Anyway, what I did was, after I didn't even know if it stopped. So when it went black, I thought maybe it stopped ages ago. It actually stopped when I stopped it, you know. Anyway, I thought, well, I better come into this road here, just like you saw there. I came out into, I think, Duke's Drive, into Cliff Road, and park here and find out what's going on. Maybe connect the charger and then carry on with the video. So there was going to be more to that ending, even though there was enough footage on there, what with the Eastbourne Village Market, the library situation. Well, not a situation, but it is a situation. It's a sequence, scene. So as I was coming to park in this very spot, I misjudged the curb. Okay, I misjudged the curb, and I felt it, and even the check air pressure light came on. And when I looked at the driver's side front tire, it was completely written off. A big tear in it. It was flat. So the 2 things were: 1, the camera went black; 2, I burst the wheel. What's the 3rd bit? I thought with 3 I could have remembered it. Oh dear. What was the 3rd bit? What was the 3rd bit? Anyway, it'll come to me. So, I drove all the way to the nearest garage with a flat tire, and people along the parade pointing, you know, as if I didn't know what was going on. Luckily, there was a tire place on this very road, so I managed to pull in and mechanic was kind enough to change the front wheel with the spare wheel and keep hold of the front wheel. He couldn't do it there and then, but he said he'll let me know when he's done it. When he's done it, yeah, done it. And so I drove home and carried on with the rest of the day. Of course, the front tyre is like that, and the replacement tyre is that thick, literally, and the normal tyre is like that, like a BMW size. So that was the two things that happened. I thought there was three, but I can't remember what the third was. Maybe as the day went on. Anyway, 4 o'clock, I get a call from the garage saying the tyre's ready, and I said, okay, I'll come tomorrow because it's diesel. And he said, no, come now. So I did, and I had to pay nearly £100 for it. So a little mishap cost me £100. And yesterday being a Saturday and the middle of the month, I usually treat myself to a kebab, and that was off. I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel it was economical to do so. I can't remember the third thing. I thought to myself, oh, there was three things I had to remember. One was, yes, the blackout. The second was the blowout. And the third, why can't I remember it? So that's it. I thought, maybe, I don't know if this is the third bit. Oh yeah, the third bit. Yes. At the end of the last video, so it cuts to black and the music stops, just like that. So you're thinking whether it's your device that's at fault or what am I playing at? Well, after 5 seconds, there was supposed to be an end credit, like fin, end fin. So it was deliberate, and it didn't work. The video editor didn't display that text. It was DaVinci Resolve 15.3.1. which is the version before 16, where they brought in the cut page, if you're still with me. So that's the first thing, yeah. So I'm sorry that it went completely black without an explanation. That film would have said, oh, he's deliberate. And I got inspired by that as well, because of the ending of the very last episode of The Sopranos. Because if you're a Sopranos fan and you saw the last episode and the very last scene and the very last frame, you know where I'm going with this. And I tried to pay homage to that in a way, and I have, but unfortunately it does look like it was a technical fault in the upload to YouTube. So I thought I'd pull over and that was the three things then. The blackout, the blowout, and fin at the end should have shown and it didn't. And that was because DaVinci Resolve didn't like a certain font, which was the script font. It didn't like it. So when I changed it to Times New Roman today to see what was going on, so I looked at the final version on YouTube a few hours ago, it did. When I changed it to Times New Roman in DaVinci, it appeared. So there's something with that particular script. So it's just bad luck on my part. So I'm sorry for it stopping like that without explanation. That wasn't the intention. It was the intention was there, but there would have been an explanation with that fin. It's what the French use at the end of their films. Try to be a bit clever, and it backfired. So that's why. Anyway, onward and upwards.